Ladies and gentlemen, this might be one of the more long-awaited returns to Sportswire Radio in a long, long time because he is back after nearly a month, and it's unlike him because usually he's always talking about how he's the greatest, he's the backyard nightmare, the ruler of the yard, but he has been very, very quiet as WCE Wrestling Championship Entertainment has faced some really, really difficult moments of late. We have spoke about that yesterday with the resident rock star Sean Jovi, Dark Fire, and why Crenton why, but he'll address that, but also he will address his match coming up to defend that WCE All-Out Championship of the World with our guest also here who's had quite a resume in the Wisconsin wrestling scene. He's also done a number of different things since he's left the scene, but he's back. He's back by popular demand. He's going to talk all about it. Now, they both need no further introductions, but because Kraven Rage was considering filming movies, he was considering TV shows, he has been very, very quiet, and our guest is quite a person. I am going to give them that introduction that they certainly deserve. So, with that, wait for it. Further ado here on the Sports Report, the number one global sports show, the reigning, defending WCE All-Out Champion of the World. They call him the Backyard Nightmare and the ruler of the yard, Kraven Rage, and none other than the legendary Bill Blaze. Gentlemen, happy Friday.
What's up, Reverend? How you doing tonight?
Well, we're going to certainly find out here. Obviously, some people are tongue-tied, some people are speechless. It has been a while here on Sportswire Radio. I am going to come to Bizzo Blaze in a second. I've got comments lined up already. But Kraven Rage, you have been the quietest I could ever remember in the over 1 year I know you on Sportswire Radio. Obviously, you have got a lot to touch upon. We're going to start at the top here against your opponent, Bizzo Blaze, and talk about why what you did at the last show, Showdown in the Yard, when you cost your opponent this weekend at Rise to the Occasion his match against the resident rock star, Sean Jovi.
Well, you see, the problem is the reason why I cost that match because this guy, yeah, he is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. You know, he's been doing it for a long time. You know, but he want to come back all these years and step and tell the world that he can kick my ass. But instead of him coming in my yard to bow down to me and pass the torch, because he admitted he's old, he's fat, he's out of shape. So he thinking he come back all these years to run with the big dogs now. And instead of him bow down to one of the decorated stars in this yard to this day, in this era, he said he could kick my ass. So that's the reason why I didn't try to help Sean Jovi at all, because I can't stand the guy.
You have quite a history at Mr. Jovi, and he holds the only victory in WCE history against you. So obviously, you and the resident rock star have had quite the history here.
But yeah, that is true. We do. We do have a history because I have beaten Sean Joby more times that he can
Yes.
beat his own.
3 doors down last year comes
You
to mind
know,
most importantly, sure.
but he comes back and make an open challenge himself. And what happened? He couldn't last 5 minutes in the ring with a resident rock star, Sean Jovi.
Right. All right. Okay, so I kind of got the idea here, and I got comments. But Bizzo, obviously, very nice to meet you. Obviously, you have had quite a resume, and certainly Kraven has thrown quite the jabs at you. So, what's your response to all that?
You see, I am a legend, a Hall of Famer, a former champion, as you said, and that's why I give you the respect that you deserve to let you finish talking. But with all due respect, the respect ends there. You see, you are completely wrong. That's not your yard. That is not your ring. I have been backyard wrestling, pro wrestling in the state of Wisconsin before you even thought about stepping in that ring. So you want to talk about respect and bowing down to somebody? I have no respect for you. You are just the next thing, the next 5-minute splash in the pan. I've been doing this way longer. I have beaten people that have come and gone. I have beaten legends in the state of Wisconsin who have gone on to much bigger things than I have. And you know what? I did everything that I set out to accomplish, and I left. And that was that. And I have no regrets over anything that I have done in the state of Wisconsin as far as professional wrestling goes. I have beaten them all, I have won them all, and I have done it all.
Okay, very, very interesting there. And I'd like to have a follow up there, Bizzo, because certainly you've got a long documented history here in the wrestling scene in Wisconsin. But, I mean, what's your then impression of some of these opponents then that Kraven Rage has beaten? He's beat a Killer Rabbit. I mean, Prince Charles. I mean, we've seen certainly James Marshall. Okay, fine. He beat him, Adonis Felios. But these opponents don't quite have the resume that you have had in your career. So does that make you feel kind of confident here and comfortable in this setup, even though what happened to you was unfortunate at Showdown in the Yard last month against the resident rock star Sean Jovi? I mean, what's your opinion on all that?
Listen, man, I don't have anything, I lost. I'm going to say that. I had no problems because I have not been in the ring, as you said, for 10 years. My last match was back in 2011. Okay. I have not done any of this, even been in a ring, even thought about wanting to get into a ring. And I got in there. I got laced up. I came out to accept your challenge and you backed off, Kraven. You left. And that's fine because the challenge wasn't for that event. It was for the next event. In fact, it's for tomorrow. And I will see you there. So I made my own challenge. And as you said, Sean Jovi came out, and Sean is a big man, and he is a great wrestler, hands down. No qualms at all with him. He is a super phenomenal guy. Love to wrestle him again. Super respect for him. But what happened? What happened? You came out and you distracted me. And now here's where it gets interesting is I am a veteran, and I will absolutely say I did get distracted, and you got the best of me there. I didn't lose because Sean was the better man. I got distracted, and I totally lost focus of what was happening behind me in that ring. Sean, being the better man in that match, took advantage, and he won. And that's what happened. I didn't lose. You didn't cost me the match. It was all on me.
Very, very interesting stuff. I'm going to get to all that, and I've got a ton of comments, but I have to come first, gentlemen, to management from WCE. And by the way, if you're out there, go give a sub to Wrestling Championship Entertainment on YouTube at WCE Heat. Also support them on Facebook at WCE Heat and WCEHeat.com. So let me get to, because this is directed toward you, Kraven Rage. TikTok, Kraven, you have a $10,000 fine to pay for laying hands on Mark Packer and disrespecting WCE. You might not have a belt to defend if you don't pay up. So let me get this straight. This is right from the mouth of management. If you don't pay this $10,000 fine, Kraven, you're going to forfeit your title. And on top of that, you're not going to be in the ring coming up tomorrow. So, I mean, what do you have to say here? What management is later, which is a bombshell here tonight. This is a bombshell that basically, if you don't pay up this $10,000 fine, which is certainly a pretty penny, you're not going to be champion, and we're going to see something else tomorrow. So what's your thoughts on all that, Kraven?
It's simple. I'm going to pay that little fine because, yes, I did hit Mr. Mark Packer in
and
his
you've
little...
been bothering Mark Packer almost the entire season.
Well, that's the problem. I hit him in his little cheese curds or balls that he has, and yeah, I got myself a fine, which is nothing, I'm not a good guy that try to pay people off, but I'm not him, can't afford to make it to you. But however the case may be, I'm not worried about a fine or anything. I run this camp. I own this camp. I run it all. So 10,000, that's hush money. They get it whenever I choose to give it to them.
Yeah, but don't you have to give it by this weekend because you're supposed to face Bizzo this weekend? So it's not easy to go to a bank and to go do a wire transfer or to do a $10,000 withdrawal. So you got to basically make sure you have this money ready by tomorrow. Because if you don't, I mean, you're going to be no longer champion. And this whole idea of you being the backyard nightmare, the ruler of the yard, basically the best in this sport, it's over.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm not worried at all.
Well, you know what? We're going to certainly find out. Let me get to comments here before I come back to people. So people are fired up here. I want to say a special hello actually to Skulls. And here's the reason why. I'm wearing his shirt for a specific reason because Skulls, for those that may or may not know, he is actually right now in kind of the eye of Hurricane Hillary. So we certainly want to keep our thoughts and prayers to Skulls and his neighbors, his family and friends out there in the state of California who are dealing with Hurricane Hillary. So we want to make sure that we acknowledge Skulls and hope that people stay safe out there. So if there's anything we can do, please let us know. We'll help you contact the authorities. So I want to make sure, Skulls, we say hello to you. And that's why I wanted to wear your shirt tonight for obviously solidarity, because I know what it's like to be in the eye of a hurricane. I saw the destruction, the damage, when we had Superstorm Sandy and Hurricane Irene here over 10 years ago. So I sympathize with you. Our coach, the other Kraven, says, oh no, and that's toward Mr. Kraven Rage. The legendary Nemesis James Taylor says hello to me and Mr. Rage. Drake Silverwolf, speaking of people who are maybe punching above their weight class, I'm coming for your title, Kraven. I'm like a train. I'm coming through every superstar, and I'm coming for your title. It looks like here Adonis Felio says hello. Coach would also like to say he cut the mouth out of his mask, basically. So basically, you gave yourself an opportunity to speak through the mask. April Mellon says, interesting comment. Let me just put it that way. We're a family station on Sportswire. Adonis would also like to say, again, greetings and salutations to all three of us. Also, Skulls wants to say, Bizzo, you better watch your six. You might get smacked with the WCE title. Gets a good point. I want to come back to you, Biz, on that, because you spoke about the interference. You spoke about the cheating. I mean, Kraven Rage, I've watched him. I've covered him pretty much now for the better part of over a year. I've had him on title defense after title defense, before title defense, and before title defense, and he always finds a way to game the system. Now, I know you're a veteran. You kind of admitted, hey, that's on me. I lost the match, but there's a lot on the line here. You don't want to certainly end up like that Killer Rabbit, like Prince Charles, like Adonis Felios, like James Marshall, all the other people that people have felt that Kraven's beat that were really nobodies. So, I mean, how do you kind of deal with this?
I mean, that's been bothering me for the last month, I tell you, because, I am a veteran, and I walked into that match with Sean with a lot of confidence, even though not having been in a ring for a long time. I felt good. I looked good. I got in there, and I had Sean on the ropes, and I had him down, and that's when Kraven came out, and I lost focus. And, that's weighing in the back of my mind, and I got to keep focused on this match. And walking into it, I've seen what you've done. I've seen your low blows and your dirty crap that you've been pulling, man. And, go ahead and try that, because for the majority of my career, I've also played pretty dirty. And I'm not afraid to take this where it doesn't belong as well. So you come at me, I'm going to play just as bad as you, man.
Well, we're going to certainly find out here, and I want to get to some more comments because we're way behind right now. Mr. Rage, if you'd like me to come on this evening and chat with you, I'd gladly talk with you about this business. Well, maybe certainly toward the end of the show, that could be a possibility, as I expect a number of different people who are going to want to deal and speak with Kraven Rage. Drake Silverwolf says, I'm coming through every superstar in WC like a train for the title. Well, I haven't really seen much of you in the ring, so I'm going to certainly reserve judgment until I see something from you. James Taylor likes to say, tongue-in-cheek, Bizzo who? He's a 25-year veteran. Well, we'll have to find out. Maybe we'll see him later on. Also, management would like to say, sup, guys, much love to Bizzo. Kraven still sucks. And then we get another comment here from Drake Silverwolf, same thing. Sean Jovi, the resident rock star, would like to say, sup, guys, much love to Bizzo. Kraven sucks. Well, that's going to be a theme I have a feeling all throughout the night. But I want to bring up maybe for a sign of things to come, and that is Mr. Darkron, our DKW hardcore champion of the world. Look who it is, the so-called ruler of the yard. Hey, Rage, you've never faced an actual competitor, a real champion with an actual resume of true competitors. Someone like, I don't know, me? So already, Kraven Rage, I mean, we're not even 20 minutes in, and you've got the first person that's got you marked with a bullseye on your back. What do you want to say to Darkron?
Well, Darkron, it's simple. Yeah, because management haven't put nobody up worthy to even test me. That's the problem. Look who I faced this year. Buzz Bunny.
Right.
Then I faced James Marshall, which James Marshall is one of pound for pound
He's the
toughest
measuring stick in
SOBs.
WC. Okay.
He's the measuring stick of WCE, and he will always be the measuring stick of WCE because he's one of the toughest pound to pound people I have ever came across. But I put him down too. And then I faced Adonis Filios.
Right.
And I made him scream. Like the little, you know what he is, that he might go ahead and audition for the Queens. So then I faced Skulls that did all this talking. I'm coming for you, Kraven. I'm coming for you.
We spent 6 months hyping up Skulls, and we love Skulls right now. We've got our thoughts and prayers for him for Hurricane Hillary, but that was a match I think a lot of people would like to forget pretty much.
And was he worthy enough? No, I beat him. Center back is where he's doing security, making action figures.
So you don't want an action figure then? You don't want an action figure?
No, for what? So I can feed it to my I can feed it to my dogs. So
okay.
But now Bizzo comes back after 10 years. Come back and trying to run with the big dogs. Bizzo, you had your time. I give you that credit. You had your time back then. I'm not a BJ Charles. I'm not a platinum rapper. That era that you had back then is a whole different era. Me? I might be the ruler of the yard. I might be the WCE all-out champion, the Nightmare of the Yard. But this version of Kraven Rage is a beast. I'm an animal. So when you come up in here, I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna put you down like the old yellow you is.
You want to respond to that, Bizzo Blaze? Because those are some serious accusations.
I would absolutely love to. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you this. You talk about the greatest superstar in your promotion, the one that's got the most cred and you respect, James Marshall. Do you know where James Marshall came from? Do you know where Nicholas Krenzen came from? They came from my team, my promotion. And you know who was one of the top dogs in that promotion? It wasn't James Marshall. No disrespect to him. That man is amazing. It wasn't Nicholas Krenzen. It wasn't Johnny Holcomb. It wasn't any of those guys. No platinum rappers. No any of that.
Yep.
It was me and Damon Knight. And if Damon Knight was still here, he would whoop your ass just as bad as I would. But he's not here, so I'm going to do it for him. Because all those people that you say are the top wrestlers, they were all below me. So are you ready for what you're about to encounter tomorrow?
Oh, trust me, I'm 100% ready. I'm not like some people that's only 49%.
Whoa. Did I just hear another promotion from somebody else that you just threw an accusation at?
You know, yeah, we'll get to that later with 0.5% of a man. But me, yeah, you did run your little Nicholas Krenzen, James Marshall back then, but did you teach them anything? Obviously you didn't, because you teach Nicholas Krenzen to be like a little school church boy.
I never said he paid attention or learned. I just said he was under me.
But I got people under me. I have ran people out of this company. I have put one of the toughest SOBs that I know on the shelf that nobody have heard of anymore.
We haven't heard nothing of that individual. I don't even know if he's alive right now. And the other guy you referenced prior to that, I mean, he basically, he went down south, basically. I mean, he basically.
So when you face me, you are not just getting Kraven Rage. No, you are getting a beast and reincarnated. You know what I'm saying? That's where I have been. Yeah, I went back home to find my real true self. Because everybody's been talking about where's Kraven Rage? Where's Kraven Rage? Where's Kraven Rage? He's not talking.
People thought, were you shooting movies? Listen, people thought, were you basically trying for the lead role in Mr. Nanny 2, Suburban Commando 2? Were you considering Thunder in Paradise reboot? Were you basically even just going to say, you know what? I can't hang with the rest of this business. All these guys come on and say Kraven Rage. He's faced a Killer Rabbit. He's faced Skulls. C2K calls him out. That guy couldn't even basically do a grapple. I mean, all these different people you've been in the ring with, people were wondering, have you decided maybe to try another career? And that's why people... Really, I think
it's just because nobody's worthy enough to face me, especially holding this, because I have taken this title and made it the richest prize in this company, and they always say a championship don't make a man. It's who holds the championship, and which is me. I have elevated this title. And I have carried this company on my back for so long. And that's how I get treated by getting pretty much nobody. It's not even worthy enough to even step in my era.
Interesting. I got a ton of comments here, and I want to try to get to people because I am way behind, and people want to say hello. And if you are out there on Sportswire Radio, give us a sub on YouTube at Sportswire Radio. We're also on Facebook at Sportswire Radio, Twitter at Thomas Price 2017, Instagram at The Sports Report 2021, and also on sportnarium.com/player. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, the voice of all wrestling. Alongside me is right now Bizzo Blaze, the legendary Bizzo Blaze, Hall of Famer, former world champion. He's on YouTube as well at Wisconsin Caps. He's got almost 900 subscribers. Make sure you give him a sub. He is a big deal right now in the world of cryptozoology. So make sure you go support him. He's very well known in that community. And we're here with the reigning, defending WCE All-Out champion of the world, the Backyard Nightmare, the ruler of the yard, Kraven Rage. Coach Kraven would like to say, oh boy, so exciting. Laugh out loud. We all know that Kraven Rage, what he sucks on. I'm going to move away from that. James Taylor wants $10,000 from Kraven Rage. We also have here Frankie the Villain. Who's the ski mask, the slump god ripoff with the belt? That's certainly a one point that somebody has. Bizzo is legendary around these parts of Wisconsin. He definitely has a shot this weekend. Also, stay safe, Skulls, for Frankie the Villain. Yes, absolutely agree with that. Hello here from Chris. Chris, I think, is it Aruda that's here? I think Chris Aruda might be here if I'm not mistaken. Anthony Finkel, who's here in the swamp, Washington, D.C. That's nice. I hope you're enjoying yourself out there. Maybe you're by the monument. Supposed to be a nice weekend. Who gave a Gen Z kid a title? I think that's a reference to Kraven Rage. Your focus needs a more focus, I guess, meaning that's toward Mr. Raven. Also, Kraven is the new Dirty Dango. Yep, I was right here on Chris Aruda. Haunted Hellfest pay-per-view dog collar match. Chris versus the Anarchist Gunshot. Also, my favorite Kraven. Let's go. Well, you got to have the real Kraven on. We'll stay tuned. Tripping on them words. Tripping on them words. I like how your promos load like dial-up. You're a real throwback. I think that's toward your internet. And somebody who I think we're going to see in a little while, Soldier GP. Well, if it ain't the paper champ of WCE, you made him squeal like a pig. Nicholas Crenson is here. Is it Nicholas Crenson? No, it's James Marshall. I apologize. After I retain my title and put Omen's rump roast through a table and dethrone him in a tables match, I want Kraven's ass. I've heard more from James Marshall on this comment than maybe in the last 2 months on Sportswire Radio. So I guess accusations are being thrown, but obviously Mr. Marshall has to get through the resident rock star Sean Jovi, but he might have Sean Jovi right where he wants him after what we've seen with the struggles Mr. Jovi has gone through. How are you going to talk about big dogs when you're still chewing on puppy treats? Also, James Taylor would like to say, if they came from your world, then that means it'll be a cakewalk. Someone get Rage a puppy pad. Also, rest in peace, Damon Knight. Absolutely, my thoughts and prayers. Omen Block, this is, I think, right for you, Kraven. I'm the greatest in WCE, and I'll show you peasants in September. And Bizzo does look like a pastor being P-A-S-T-R. This Bizzo is just riding on my coattails. I'm the first person that's relevant to call out Kraven. Kraven, you're always ducking me and challenging these nobodies, yet you duck the real competition. I mean, Kraven, you're going to basically have to deal with this till somebody feels you face somebody that's been on here on Sportswire Radio. Omen Block has been pretty much calling you out for months, and we didn't see you in Iowa last weekend. I mean, do you have a thought on what happened last weekend where, some of the pillars of WCE, got their rumps pretty much, beaten?
That's the problem. Yeah, they went down there I know they went down there. I heard Nicholas Crenson go down there. I seen what happened to Nicholas Crenson. I seen what happened to Sean Jovi. Yeah, they got in a tag match, but the problem is Sean Jovi trusted the wrong person. And of course, Nicholas Crenson stabbed in the back because that's what he does. Honestly, I truly don't care what happened to those guys because, honestly, the real competition is the measure stick, James Marshall. The real competition is me, Kraven Rage.
But you didn't go down to Iowa, though. You weren't there.
The reason why I didn't, because especially going down there to face Omen, he already faced his version of his own self, Mason Black. So it's all falling in my favor. It just chess.
But how is it falling in your favor when Darkfire takes concertos? Jovi is handcuffed. Jovi might even have to join the foundation. Crenson basically paid off Omen and Soldier, and basically some people think that WC right now is in shambles right now. I mean, how could things be in your favor right now? And on top of that, you got a legendary Bizzo Blaze who might be your first real opponent really since in a long time. Other than James Marshall, this might be the first opponent you've had in about a year. And on top of that, the first opponent that you've ever faced that has a better resume than you.
Because this is my empire. I run it.
But the empire seems like
I don't need to go down there. That's the thing. I don't need to go down there. I send people beneath me to go to see what they are about.
So you were fine with WC getting its clock cleaned. You were fine with it then. That
because
what
I
you're
don't
saying?
care. I truly don't
But they're
care.
coming
It's
for
all
you,
about
though.
business.
But they're coming for you. I mean, Omen
Yeah,
Black,
yeah, I want them to come.
you want them to come.
That's what I is. That's what I said. I want them to come.
Bizzo, I have to say, you know what? Maybe this does fall into your favor because Kraven Rage has got all these different wrestlers that have been calling him out month after month after month, and that seems to be his focus. Do you think that this could be an advantage for you maybe coming up tomorrow? Because it clearly seems like Kraven Rage has got a lot on his mind right now.
Oh, definitely. I mean, here's the thing. He's distracted by all these guys throwing out challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, but a challenge is just that. If he's not accepting these challenges and laying out an open challenge, I'm the one that accepted. All these guys in the comments section, I mean, yeah, you want to talk tough, but that's all talk on the internet. I showed up. That's the difference. I am a professional. I have been doing this long more than you guys. I mean, some of you out there, if you've been out there, 15 years, whatever that guy said, I mean, no disrespect. And, you're welcome to have this title shot just as much as I am, but you didn't show up. I did. My friends in WCE asked me to come out of retirement to get rid of this guy. And what kind of champion does not go to represent his promotion?
That's
He has
what a
the
lot of people have
WCE
been
belt.
saying. Listen, and that's what a lot of people have been saying because we see Omen and Soldier. They're the faces of IMF. We see them everywhere. ROEW, Jason Storm, and CJ Black. Regardless of what you think of those guys, they're always standing up for their company. You look at XCW, you see Jackson Law, you see Corey Lee, ACT, you see DDW, Mr. Judgment, you see Brandon Costelli, Chase Wakefield, all those stars. You see them. I mean, listen, you can go with company after company, and their champions are always at the forefront. And some people feel that Kraven Rage was basically MIA. And, maybe is it because he has creative control? Maybe is it because that he wants to make sure that he stays champion? I don't know. Listen, those are things that people feel out there. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
see, that's the thing. Nah, I don't have control like that. That's all on management. Yeah, I built this company, I run this company, I own this company. I step on everybody that steps to me. And Bizzo did what a lot of people did. He stepped to me. And that was the biggest mistake. When he stepped to me, he didn't even acknowledge who I was. He just turned his back and turned around and said, I could kick your ass. I know all them chumps in the back of the locker room got this man picked. Everybody got this man to pick to bring me down. But they betted on the wrong thing. They betted on the
How do you
wrong
go
color.
into you're going to go into this locker room tomorrow, and I have a bunch of comments, and I'm going to get to them here. But you're going to go into a fragile locker room tomorrow. We have seen what has happened to Jovi and Darkfire. We know that there's a lot on the line right now with Jovi. Jovi could be IMF Foundation 2 weeks from now. Crenson obviously made a crooked deal, and clearly we don't know what the future of Nicholas Crenson is here. We've got talent right now that they don't know what the future is when it comes to IMF, DKW, walking all over WC. We've had shows here on Sportswire where it was almost like the floodgates open. Sure, it looks like maybe things have picked up a little bit back in WC's favor, but we're talking about almost like stopgaps compared to what we've seen the last month. This has been the roughest last month, I would dare say, in WC history. And for you on top of it, you've got a guy, Bizzo Blaze, who's a legend, who's been in this sport a long time, who's come back here after over a decade, and he's going to look to upset you and take your title and then show basically that what Omen Black and others have said, that you're a paper champion. And I've got some comments here. A lot of them. Dark Khan would like to say no one worthy. Nobody worthy. You ain't a worthy champion that actual wrestlers want to fight. I'm going to move away from that comment because we're a family show. I appreciate, though, the comment. Anthony Finkel says to be the man, you have to beat the man. Maybe. Omen, my brother, this chump don't believe I'm on his level, so I'll challenge him and beat his ass in your name. Omen still wants Kraven Rage. Hey, Kraven Rage, why does everyone have a match but me on September 2nd? That's an interesting point because we also saw Matthew Forsaken yesterday is going to be in the ring with Darkfire. Crenson is also on my list here. James Taylor, let's be real here, Kraven. If you had a dream match, who would it be with? The IMF guys or the Nemesis James Taylor?
James Taylor.
Ooh, you know what? I think that there's going to be a response for that shortly in a few minutes. Coach Kraven would like to say, laughing his ass off, CJ Black has an interesting comment. In all honesty, I can't tell if Rage is supposed to be heel or face, and that's not good. Ooh, interesting comment there. A very interesting comment. And also, I want people to follow ROEW on YouTube and Instagram at ROEW Backyard Wrestling. They've got some big shows coming up, and I want to make sure people support them, as well as the IMF. IMF Wrestling 666 on YouTube, Instagram, IMF_wrestling. Also, please follow DKW, Dark Cryptic Wrestling, on YouTube. Hey, Marshall, get ready for the table match. Just go ahead and practice at home, going through your coffee table, and be ready. We Hate Rage, CJ. That's from James Marshall. False Tom, the real competition is Omen Black for Fake and Rage. Well, that's in caps lock. And he says, oops, I meant Kraven. That's okay. I know what you meant. No, he doesn't. He don't be capping. Dark Crown would like to say, I'm coming to Wisconsin Rage. I want a match in September. I need an opponent. I wonder if Mark Packer's listening. Bizzo has more balls than Kraven Rage. Oh, give Bizzo a cookie. I'll step to you.
Yes, please.
And then show you what kind of cookie you like. What kind of cookie?
Hey, man, I don't care. Remember at the beginning of this interview, I'm fat, old, and lazy. You bring me cookies, I'll be happy.
Okay, fair enough. You know, before I get to some surprises here for you individuals, I'd like to ask you, Bizzo, specifically two things. The first part would be, what do you want to say directly to Kraven Rage? And secondly, you've had a decorated career. You've done a lot in this sport. Pro, backyard, underground, you name it, you've done it all. You're a Hall of Famer. You've been a world champion tenfold over. But what would it mean to you to be the WCE All-Out Champion?
Kraven, your locker room needs a leader. It doesn't need somebody who's going to hide from challenges, who's going to low blow their opponents, who's not going to put their title on the line when you come out and make a challenge. You need somebody that can take that belt, put a little respect on it, and offer it up weekly, monthly, at every show, defend it around the country, and show people what it means to really be a champion. And that's what it would mean to me. It would mean to me to be coming back off of 10 years absence. And I mean, this isn't even about a title. This is about the respect that you give your locker room, that they hate you so much that they asked me to come out of retirement to accept your challenge at the last show. That's what this is. And for me to take 10 years off and come back and defeat you, become the champion, I mean, that's the ultimate cherry on that topping of a career right there, is to be able to come back and be champion again.
Interesting words there. And also, there was a line that Bizzo just used that said traveling champion. And Bizzo Blaze, for those that don't know, travels all around the United States in his day job. So he's very comfortable traveling to places like ROEW, maybe, XCW, DBW, could even be IMF, DKW, AWL, you name them all. He could very well be there. But you know what? I have, gentlemen, some people that want to address a number of different things here, and especially toward Mr. Kraven Rage. And I want to give those people an opportunity right now. We have here with us from the IMF, and of course, it's his show. It is Mr. Omen Black.
God damn right, it's my show.
Whoa, 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 Tom.
Whoa,
And, by the
whoa,
way,
whoa! Whose show is it?
Whoa,
It's my
Tom.
show.
How you doing,
Whoa.
Remington? Nice to see you again. I have Remington Stryker here, Mr. 49%, because he decided he wanted to pop on because Mr. Rage said a little bit about Mr. Remington Stryker. So IMF fellas, good evening. How you doing tonight?
Whoa, Tom.
I'm doing-
Whose show is this?
Great
Well,
Rage,
let you-
it's my show.
Oh,
I didn't
Well,
know
hey.
it was Humpty
your
Dumpty's
show? Anyways, hey, Omen, I want you to take a back seat for a second. Let me address this little Mr. Strum. Look, it's going to be so freaking great when I take your little cardboard paper title from you and bring it to where it needs to be relevant in IMF.
relevant.
Relevant.
That's what you got.
Relevant. Oh, what I got? What I
You
got? Look,
is only
look,
you're only
look.
49% of a man.
No, I own
49%.
49% of the company. Get it right. I am 100% fucking man.
49% of
I
the
am
company.
100% man. You want to do this? You show up in my backyard and let's do this.
You know.
Did I just
So
hear that Remington Striker that you want to do something with Kraven Rage? Did I just hear that correct, sir?
Well, I've been hearing rumors that Kraven Rage has been talking shit about everybody in the company, and he's been leaving me out. He's like, "Oh, Remington don't matter. Remington don't matter." Well, you know what? You know what? How about you come find out if I matter or not? How about you come
Okay.
out? How about you come out and find out if I matter or not?
you see,
I'll take your little paperweight title
you said
Hold on.
as a
relevant.
We're gonna
fucking
find
prize.
out on the
You
second.
said relevant. You said relevant. Hold on, Omen. Hold on,
You
Humpty
don't tell me to
Dumpty.
hold on for nothing.
Hold on.
Hold on, Humpty Dumpty.
Hey,
That's
how
not on
about
the
you
wall.
bring? Hey, how about you bring your own gimmick instead of stealing
Hey,
others?
Alexa,
Out of
coming
your
already
mouth.
on
Hey.
Sportswire.
Now, hold on,
All right,
Humpty
let's go
Hey.
one at a
Dumpty.
time. Let's go one at a time.
Hey,
So we're gonna go one at a time.
bring
Remington, continue.
bring
Go
your
ahead.
own gimmick instead of stealing other people's gimmick. Bring your own gimmick when you face me, man. Come on, let's go.
Okay, Remington Striker, you just called me out again. You've been talking,
Go ahead.
running your mouth. You've been running your mouth about Kraven Rage. You're supposed to come up here September 2nd.
Yeah.
I know that Dark Crime called me out as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, then let's make it a triple threat and see what happens. Because you don't want this triple threat. You don't want
Omen,
this.
I see you. I see Omen.
Ducking
Speak.
me for other talent.
Jump in, Omen. Floor is yours. What do you want to say?
Again, Kraven Rage ducking real competition. The guy who's been relevant calling you out. I don't know who this Bizzo guy is, but you're riding on my coattails facing him.
Hey,
Remington,
show up.
hey, I'm glad Kraven finally decided to face someone. He accepted a match with Remington Striker, but yet he turns down a match with me.
Well, see,
Because,
Omen, can I stop you right there?
Go ahead.
I know that we got a partnership, but I need to address something right now. And that's for a later date, but I'm going to address this right now. The reason why he chose me instead of you is because he knows, or sorry. He doesn't know. He thinks that I'm an old washed up dog, but you know what? This old washed up dog has one more freaking fight in him, and I'm going to take that paperweight title from you. Make it
see,
happen.
that's the thing.
Make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Well,
I may be a
I'm just
45-year-old
still
dog,
waiting
but you
on-
know what? This dog still has new tricks.
I'm
Bear in
waiting on
mind.
Dark Crime. That's what I'm on now. Everybody's been talking about who will have I face. I'm
Nobody.
facing Bizzo Blaze, who is a
See,
legend.
the thing
You know what I'm saying?
is, I'll go ahead and say it right now. You scared of Omen. That's why you picked a fight with me.
No. I'm not scared of Omen.
Well, I mean, Kraven, there's a point to be made. Now, I'm going to call it down the line. You know, Kraven, I got a lot of respect for you, just as I got a lot of respect for Omen. And
Yeah, cool it down a minute. Go ahead and cool it down, Tom. Go ahead and cool it down.
So I'm going to
Ask
say
the burning question, Tom.
So I'm going to get to that. Now, I've got a lot of respect for everybody here on the show, and I appreciate what you guys are doing. But, you know, Kraven, Omen, for I think it's been, 5 months, Omen? About 5-6 months on Sportswire. You've been calling out Kraven Rage, and I see here on my screen Remington Striker in Kraven Rage. I mean, I'm kind of curious. I'm not trying to, get in the middle of this, but I'm curious, Kraven. There's a point to be made that Omen has come on here. He's been on here. I've lost count over the past 6 months, and he is
He's been on
constantly
here so
said, "I
long that
want
this is
Kraven."
his show. He's been on here so long, it's his show.
Yeah,
But the
that
point
is true.
Right?
That is true, Tom. This is the Whoopi Goldberg and Humpty Dumpty show.
He said Whoopi Goldberg because I got dreads.
How are you still mumbling your words?
I don't know if
There's a
you
hole
look
in
like
your mouth.
Whoopi, but I'll let it pass.
Oh, you gonna let that pass?
But
What am I
Remington
supposed
Striker.
to say? What else am I
Wow.
The
supposed to
last
say?
time Remington
Remington
was on the
Striker.
show, he said when he beats you, that title's going in my hands. So you have
No,
to
it's not.
face me.
I didn't say that. I didn't
Okay.
say that. Whoa. No. 49 didn't say that. I'm just saying I'm taking that paperweight title and making it relevant. I didn't say I was going to put it in your hands.
Well, can I ask you a question, Remington, if you don't mind, and I'll come back to the other gentleman here. So, theoretically speaking, if you have a match with Mr. Rage, should Mr. Rage get past Bizzo Blaze this weekend, and you take Mr. Rage's WC All-Out Championship, I guess then could we possibly see, I don't know, an IMF versus IMF match for a WC championship? And I don't know.
That's not a real title. I'm gonna take it from him and make it a real title.
Okay.
That's not a real title.
Hey, Mr. Blaze, if you want some real competition, you shouldn't stick in Wisconsin. Just come to Iowa. Did you see what we did to those Wisconsin past weekend?
Yeah.
I tell you what, after this weekend and I beat him for his belt, I'll bring the belt down. I'll take you on, and you can have whatever's left of Kraven, and I'll drag him along with me.
Ooh.
I like this guy. I like
Hey.
Bizzo, if
Whoa,
you
hey,
somehow
hey.
beat Kraven Rage, I'll take that title off you. Easy.
Hey, Omen, that's acceptable. That's acceptable terms.
Well, I mean, if Blaze beats Kraven, doesn't that mean Remington?
But just
Remington
know,
Cross-
Mr. Blaze, that I want that
I don't even
paperweight
want the
title too.
So let me
but
get
I
this
want the
straight,
title
Bizzo
to
Blaze.
matter.
Let's call a timeout. Let's call an audible for a second.
Let's call a timeout.
Let's call a timeout because I know we got football season coming up, and we got a Chiefs and an Eagles fan here. So let me try to get us ready for the football season, but do it in Sportswire wrestling terms. Obviously, we'll certainly see if they repeat as Super Bowl champions. But Bizzo. So let me get this straight here then. So let's say you win tomorrow, right? You win tomorrow. You're willing to challenge, I suppose, Omen or Soldier. Right? You win the title tomorrow. You obviously Omen and Soldier are coming to Wisconsin on the 2nd. So I would imagine you'd be here to defend that championship. So let me get this straight. If this happens, then I guess then there's no more talk of Kraven Rage then, because you would be the guy, and then we wouldn't hear much of Kraven Rage, then we'd be more focused on you and the IMF. Is that a fair point to make?
Well, like I said, after I defeat Kraven Rage, I'm going to be a fighting champion. That's something that this promotion needs, is somebody that's going to represent it, treat the belt with a little respect. And as you said, Remington, put a little respect on that belt and make it relevant again. And I welcome all challengers for the championship. And, if you guys still want Kraven, once he's done nursing his wounds, I'd be happy to drag him down there and give him to you.
Let me get to some comments here.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Shit. I'm not gonna be fighting Kraven for the title because you're gonna take it from him.
Right. Are you okay with that?
I'm just gonna have to beat his ass.
If you still want Kraven, it's a non-title then. You get what's left if there's anything left.
Nah.
Well, I'll put it like this.
Kraven talk all that shit.
I guarantee you tomorrow at Rise Occasion, that old man that's sitting up there is Bizzo Blaze will fall to me. And Remington Striker, you want a piece of me? You can have a piece of me. But the only thing, I'm going to make it like this. I don't
want a piece, buddy. I want the whole fucking chicken wing,
you're going to
buddy.
get the whole thing because I'm not going to give you 49%. I'm going to give you 100% in that ring.
Can you even see out of that?
Because I'm going to make a match right now.
Wait. Okay, go ahead. What do you got, Kraven? What do you
I'm going to make a match.
Hey, hang on.
Remington
I'm all
Striker.
ears for this. Hey, you actually got my ear on the damn camera. I'm all ears.
Remington Striker and Dark
I'm all
Crown
ears.
in a triple threat.
Down there, not
Tables, ladders, chairs.
Wait. Time out. Kraven Rage. Did you just say September the 2nd, Worlds Collide, WCE, IMF, DKW, Labor Day weekend, that not only do you want Remington Striker, who owns 49% of the IMF, which is still a significant portion, and Darkron, the DKW hardcore champion, you want them in a triple threat match, tables, ladders, and chairs? Are you sure? This is what you want?
Yeah, I guarantee you, because Darkron I seen Darkron message to me. He threw out down the challenge, and yeah, I have seen him. He is one of the toughest SOBs in this yard as well. He is a future legend. But that's what I'm about, facing legends. Omen, you go get your time. Omen, you go get your time. I haven't forgot about your fat ass. You go get your time. when the
Again,
time
you
is right.
mumble words even with an opening in your mask.
You know, you will
Say
get your
words from
time when your time is
your
right, fat
chest
boy.
and then
You
come
know,
at me. Oh,
you will
I've
get
been
your
trying to
time.
see this.
All right,
You
let
will
me
get
get
your
to some
time.
comments here. Let me get because a lot of people are tuned in here and they want to talk. And let me try to get to everybody here. I want to say hello here to our friends over in Australia. It's 12:50 p.m. over there. That is from Ace Reed of the Wired Up podcast and Backyard Elite Wrestling. He says good evening. Also, sup BEW. Also, how you
Gary,
doing, there,
check your
Taylor?
messages.
I want to face Remington Gunn. I'm sorry, Mr. 14%, or I mean Stryker and James Taylor. CJ Black says, Backyard Elite Wrestling, get me on your show so we can break ratings records. I think a lot of people would not mind seeing that at all. Let's hope it happens. Darkron would like to say, hey, Remington, how are you bringing value to anything? You can't wrestle your way out of a wet paper bag. Also, I have here basically consider it done for CJ Black. Figure out the conversion to U.S. dollars from kangaroo poop or whatever you guys pay with and send me my money.
Hey,
Yes, guys, sure. Talk to me.
whoa, well, hey, didn't I pin like one of their best wrestlers that they brought to fucking Iowa? So tell me how I couldn't wrestle my way out of a wet paper bag again, please.
Well, I'm certainly not going to argue that. I'm
I
certainly
want
not
to know
going
if Dark Crown accept because that's all I want to know. Because Dark Crown is a future legend. Remington, you only
DKW bought
49%.
DKW brought their best three, and W whatever from fucking Illinois brought their best three, and I pinned at least two of them. So explain to me how I couldn't wrestle my way out of a wet paper bag, please. Explain. And if he has a problem, I'll
Because
wrestle his
after
ass
I get
too.
done beating your ass September 2nd, I'm sending you back to the old folks' home where you belong. Oh man.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll certainly
Oh, my
find
God.
out. A lot of talks
Hey,
about old
I
folks'
just
home.
I just want to point out that Ric Flair was 45 years old when he won his 14th championship. So
And Ric Flair wrestled last
And you
year in
know what?
73. So you
I'm
just
gonna put this title on the line. I will put everything on the line.
you bring the paperweight, and I'll make it fucking relevant.
well, I'll
Because
tell
you
you
ain't
what.
fucking
Make
making
this
relevant
title
at all.
relevant.
The fireworks.
You're the head of your own damn company. You're not relevant.
So we're gonna move to some comments. We're gonna certainly move away from some of the
Good God.
profanities here in Sportswire, but ratings 3.5 out of 10. Maybe we'll get the coach in at the end for a few minutes. We'll certainly
But,
see. Also, James Taylor,
yeah.
same thing. The foundation equals the view. They're not my best friends, but then he changes his mind. I'll be your best friend, CJ Black. There's a height requirement. Hey, I meet that requirement, especially since you're supposed to be in a wheelchair. He says he's healed now. James Marshall wants Kraven. Don't worry, if I ever come up to ROW, I'll give you a discount of 20% off my service. Darkron says he accepts, by the way, the triple threat match, tables, ladders, and chairs. Also, Darkron would like to say, I will retire Stryker and take that title from you, Rage. That's if he gets past Bizzo Blaze tomorrow. That's if he gets past him and rise to the occasion. New shirt, TNJT. No, AARP. That's kind of a funny one. These guys don't understand that I am Backyard Wrestling. I paved the way for all these punks. That's why you ordered 2 shirts, right, CJ? I just got the notification they were sent out today. Who did you pin? Meaning Remington Stryker. Who did you pin in WCE?
Yeah,
My dog peed on the floor. Needs something to soak it up with, meaning the wet paper bag. I won your Rumble and lost to Omen. You never pinned me. And also, Darkron confirms that he does accept, by the way. So.
Let's see. Let's go to DKW. I threw out 3 of their fucking members right in a fucking row at the Rumble, so I did. And no, Gary, no, it's not. Anyways, and then they sent down Dash and some other fellow I can't remember, and I pinned them both, so it doesn't matter who.
Irrelevant to bring that person's name up. If we're thinking about that name, irrelevant to bring him up. Irrelevant, completely irrelevant.
Because I pinned them and I threw out 3 DKW members. So,
well, I mean, obviously, I'm sure that DKW.
Hey, look, they want a TLC.
But let me ask you though, Remington. Let me ask you though. I mean, do you still want this? Do you still want this match though? Hypothetically, let's say tomorrow Bizzo Blaze finds a way and wins this match. I mean, you had talked about the title before, and Omen certainly wants that title. Omen wants Kraven. I mean, what if Bizzo does pull out a victory here tomorrow? do you still okay with this? Not for the title?
I'll mop the ring up with. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
You sure?
I will.
That's your final answer? Because you know
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But just do one thing, Kraven. Just do one thing. Don't lose.
Oh, I'm not like choke artists like
if you are as
some
good as you
people
say
sound
you are, don't lose.
Trust me, I'm a winner. I'm going to win.
And but I'm glad to be a part of this podcast. I'm glad to be a part of any time you bring me on, but I got real life stuff to take care of now.
Understood. And I'm going to let you go. And I hope to see you in the ring coming up here in a few short weeks from now. And good luck to the Chiefs this season. Hopefully you get some success in the AFC. And
we don't need luck. We're the top dog.
No, but I was trying to actually say, look, obviously everybody starts off 0-0, but obviously
we choke in the playoffs like I did last year.
They won the Super Bowl.
Well, you know what? Hey, as long as you don't fucking choke next Saturday and we got a deal,
All right, so you know what? That sounds good. Remington, I'm going to let you run. We'll certainly see you maybe before the 2nd of September. Go ahead, Omen. Can I let
You have
Remington
it all
go?
wrong, Tom.
Can I let
Not that I
Remington
want
go?
the title to carry the title. I want the title just so
I gotta go inside to get my kids. So
come back and
go ahead.
face me.
I'll let him go. Say that again, Omen.
I don't want the title to be WCE champion. That means literally nothing to me.
But you're also co-intergalactic
I just
champion
want the
of
title just so Kraven Rage has to come face me finally.
Okay, so the title doesn't mean anything to you then. Is that what you're saying?
If I could, I'd throw it in the trash.
Well, but the intergalactic title you have right now at the moment with the Soldier.
That's in the trash too right now.
Hey, we only have that, so Jovi doesn't. That's all.
All right, well, let me get to some more comments before I bring somebody else on here that wants to say something. CJ Black says, breaking news, I just agreed to take a booking in WC against Kraven Rage. The flight, hotel, limo, and food has been paid for. What do you say to that, Kraven Rage?
If he can make it here.
Okay, so you know what then? You'll maybe be tongue-tied, but I have to bring somebody in here whose name was called out here by Kraven Rage. He wants to say something here for a few minutes before we move on. That is, of course, the legendary Nemesis James Taylor. Mr. Taylor, obviously, long time no see. Good to be with you. And what is on your mind? Because I know I heard your name.
Well, first of all, let me say that, hey, this is my time, so don't interrupt me, guys. But as much as Soldier and Omen think this is their show, honestly, it's really mine and your show, Tom. You see, the ratings are about to shoot right up because James Taylor showed up, and I'm not here to shoot no ill will. I'm not here to piss nobody off. I'm really, literally just here to say hello to Mr. Kraven Rage. Rage, I see you. You need a fire lit under your ass, man. These guys are just jumping you like a bunch of rabid dogs, and you're letting them do it, man. Show them why you are the all-out champion. And I don't know who Bozo the Clown is right there, but you need to make sure that you're putting your foot down and showing these guys why you are the ruler of the yard. Because as much as you're the ruler of the yard, you're in my world because I paved the way for bastards like you to step in. Just remember that. And one day, shut up, Omen. One day, we're all going to have to go one-on-one. All right, look. You flap your little hand. You got your little Brahma Bull tattoo. How come I ain't seen you do no rock bottom, Soldier? Anyways, Rage, much respect. But
I guarantee you have a Stone Cold tattoo somewhere.
I'm right here. I ain't got no Stone Cold tattoo. I got an umbrella tattoo. That's a big difference, kid. You'll understand one day when you've been in the business a little bit longer, but that's all right.
So you just want to have
I like it.
Okay.
I like you. All right. So how you doing, Rage? You doing all right, kid?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful.
You know, the reason only Rage picked you as his dream match because he knows he can beat you.
You have a response to that, the legendary Nemesis James Taylor?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Basically,
remember, I'm old. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Okay, so to basically say it very slowly and into your ear, Omen Black has said the reason that Kraven Rage is basically saying he wants you in a dream match is because Kraven Rage feels he can beat you and not anybody from the IMF
It doesn't
Foundation.
matter win, lose, or draw. The reason he chose me and not someone like you, Omen, or someone like you, Soldier, is because you see he recognizes true talent. The true talent's right here.
Want to pick a guy who knows they're going to get their ass kicked.
What you like talking over people,
The
son?
only reason why he picked you is because you're 4'1".
Okay, I thought I smelled chicken shit before I walked in.
You're a midget, and he knows that he can pick you up one hand, hold you against the wall, and pin you 1, 2, 3. He knows he can't beat us. That's why he chose you.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, why would he pick me? Because
it's really just the bottom rope. That's what it is.
The reason why I picked James Taylor, because he's a contender and he is a legend.
Something's in your mouth. All right.
He's a contender. He's a legend. He's not like a pretender trying to be somebody relevant. He's already relevant.
So, Kraven Rage is saying pretending, but don't you pretend to be Roman Reigns?
No, I don't pretend to be Roman Reigns. I'm different than anybody else.
No, now it's Cody Rhodes. Remember, because he's the Backyard Nightmare.
I'm not over here like Omen. You sitting on your fat ass like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall.
That's like the third time you said that.
You got Soldier that's pretending to be Whoopi Goldberg and Jelly Roll mixed together.
What? I don't know. I can't understand what he's saying.
I can't understand you with that in your mouth.
The air going around
September 2nd.
Whistling on my end. I can't.
While y'all just talking, bring y'all fat asses up here September 2nd, and I will show you what the fuck I'm made of.
James Taylor, I want to ask you this question. Do you have any advice or anything you want to say to Bizzo Blaze tomorrow? Because obviously he's returns to the ring. He's a veteran like you, and obviously his locker room very well might want him to be champion, but we also still have to keep in mind that Kraven Rage has to wire WC that $10,000 so we can even compete tomorrow. So we still don't even know if Kraven Rage is going to be able to compete tomorrow because it does take time to do a wire transfer. So do you have any advice, though, should we have this match with Bizzo Blaze and Kraven Rage for Mr. Blaze himself?
Mr. Bizzo Blaze, I never heard of you, kid, but hey, I picked up on something earlier. You said something about you haven't been in the business for about 10 years and you're coming out of retirement. See, I did the same thing. I was out of the business for almost 15 years, and then I come out of retirement back in 2021. I've come back and I've made my claim. I've made my name. I mean, I am who I say I am. I back up every word I say. But for you, I mean, how long have you been in this business?
I wrestled for 10 years prior to retiring.
So you started in 2004, 2003?
2003.
2003. Okay. So, you kind of have an idea that backyard wrestling back then was a whole different animal than what it is today, right? So my advice to you,
Absolutely.
for a guy who's been wrestling almost as long as I have, if you're going to come out of retirement, this is going to be the make you or break you segment. So you're going to step into the ring with Rage over here. You're going to do whatever you got to do to beat him. My advice to you is this is your time to shine, because if it says make you or break you, it's either you're going to go in there and prove to the world that you still got everything that it takes to be the backyard legend that you are and a Hall of Famer, or you could go in there, completely flop the whole situation, and then be made into a big joke. Don't do that. Make sure you're absolutely 100% confident and ready in yourself. Because if I was to step into WCE right now, I'd look at him, I'd take that title from him just like that. I would destroy Kraven Rage and take his title, and I would make the title relevant. But hey, it ain't about me. It's about Bozo and Bizzo, whatever your name is. You're going to go in there and do what
Are you saying, James Taylor, that WC's title is worthless if Kraven Rage is the champion? Did you just say that?
It's funny when people like to try and put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. I just said I'd make it relevant. I'd make it more relevant.
So it's not as relevant. Is that a fair statement?
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to say that because somebody, and look at me when I'm talking to you, Kraven.
I'm looking
Somebody's
at you.
got to light a damn
can't see
fire
you.
under your ass. You need to
You
be
talking
able
about
to.
making this damn title relevant? I am making this title relevant. I have held it longer than
So,
anybody in this company, and
let
I'm
me
gonna
ask you
make it
something.
more relevant when I destroy that legend up there
Yeah, let
at
me ask you
Rising
something.
Occasion.
Let
That
me
is
ask
what
you something.
I'm gonna do.
I need to make
I
sure your
told you
ears are
I'm
cleaned
gonna
out.
make it relevant by beating legends. This title is I don't care. I care about making people
Disgrace your own
breaking
world
legends.
title.
All right, I'm about to ask you a question, kid. All right, you getting fired up? You getting pissed off right now, ain't you?
I'm ready.
You ready? Yeah, you're always ready. Are you hot? Are you pissed or what? Is it piss you off when people say that shit to you?
You know what?
Yes or no?
What
No,
piss
it's a simple
what
yes or no question. Does
what
that
pisses
piss
me
you
off
off? Does
the
that piss
most
Craven Rage
is
off?
when people try to
Uh,
shit on the name of Kraven Rage.
So then what you need to do is spit back in their fucking face and show them who in the hell Craven Rage is. You need to get a fire lit up under your ass. And I think if anybody here that can actually do it, it'd be the nemesis James Taylor. It wouldn't be these IMF boys. It wouldn't be Bozo the Clown right
Riding
there.
my
Hell, it
coattails.
wouldn't be Tom Bryce. It'd be James Taylor. Because I'd light a fire under your ass like no tomorrow. Prove me wrong. You
Well,
need to get pissed off and show these guys why you are. September 2nd is coming. If I were you, I'd tell them IMF boys to go take the little ass on somewhere because you're going to whip them just like that. But I don't
Well,
see you doing it.
interesting words there. And speaking of somebody that wants to say something for a few minutes also, as we get ready to end the show in a little while. Speaking of people named Kraven, that is Coach Chris Kraven wants to say something. So I'm going to give you the floor, Mr. Kraven. And what do you want to say to the audience and certainly to the people here tonight live that are with us right now?
Sorry, I've been doing that all night. You good? You good, Rage? Get yourself situated. Stand in one position. Stop moving around.
Take a bump.
Everybody seems fired up. Everybody seems like they got something they want to show or something.
Take a bump, Rage. Take a bump. It'll knock it out. Take a bump.
So I will comment what Taylor said a second ago. Like, if you're going to show, like with Rage, like you want to get pissed off, you mad, everybody's attacking you. So I'm gonna say this: if you're going to use the Kraven name, you better show up and show out. Don't be embarrassed.
Speaking of the Kraven name, oh come on, you call yourself the original Kraven.
Oh yeah,
but you look like Oompa Loompa ready for the chocolate factory.
What?
Really? That's the best you got?
You know,
You
that
can't
is
even
what you look like.
like
You know, you come on here every time. Every time you come over here and run your mouth about I'm the original Kraven and I'm stealing your name and disrespecting your name when deep down inside you just a coward, a fraud. You know, at least I know who I am. At least I know who I am. At least I know who I am. That's the thing. That's the difference between me and you.
You can't
If
even
it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for me, nobody would. You wouldn't even exist.
What?
You wouldn't even exist because I, the one. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be here.
No, if it wasn't for Tom, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, because I was on here and Omen challenged me. That's how you came out of the closet.
Well, let me get to some comments here. Darkron would like to say sorry he can't make it tonight, but this old man is falling asleep, meaning that he's falling asleep. He apologizes that he can't make it. For you, James Taylor, your old friend, the host of the Grilling JR podcast. I'm only kidding. Obviously, the Painmaker, Mr. Joshua Allen. How you doing? We love the Painmaker on Sportswire. Says again, though, old man Taylor's thinking up Sportswire. He says, for fill in the blanks, you guys are fighting like a bunch of girls. Also, CJ Black says to Mr. Painmaker, what's up, Cobblepot? He also says, boo the fake Kraven, boo. Also, Megan Moon says, laughing my ass off. Sean Jovi says, this is still going. by the way, you're going down, Marshall. So that's what he has to say also. And how about you watch some of the original Craven's matches, Rage, before you run off at the mouth? Interesting point. Could be a very well fair point. So obviously, I've got a sense of where we are, and we're obviously going to confirm the announcement that September the 2nd, we're going to see a triple threat match between Kraven Rage, Darkron, Remington Striker, tables, ladders, and chairs. We're also going to see Omen Black and James Marshall in a tables match, Soldier GP and Sean Jovi. And if Sean Jovi loses, he has to join the foundation. We're going to see Jason Myers and Nicholas Crenton. That has also been announced.
Hey,
Yes.
do we? Because he said that when we show up, he was gonna teach our fat asses a thing or two, right? So does that mean Craven's going against the foundation when we come up there?
Like I said, y'all got to go through Marshall.
Easy. Okay.
And
What's
I got to
next?
wipe out your other boy Jovi. That's fine. But you said that if we showed up, you would teach our fat asses a thing or two, right?
Correct.
He's got to learn
Find a
himself
partner
first.
or face the consequences by yourself.
Foundation.
Yeah, you're letting your
He's gotta
pit bull
learn- he's gotta
mouth
learn
open
what he's
that
gonna
puppy
do.
Hey,
dog
maybe
ass.
Jay Serial will team up with you. Oh, wait. Darn.
I
he's
don't
not up.
need no Nicholas Crenton. I don't need no James Marshall. I don't need Sean Jovi.
You need to go
What
back to
about Jay
wrestling
Serial? You
school.
need him?
You know,
How much
I don't need none of guys. I don't need a fake ass Craven.
You need a clue. That's what the hell you need.
You know,
That's like calling you a
Definitely need one
bitch,
of them.
Craven. He just called you a bitch, pretty much. A fake ass
you
Craven.
know.
He gonna find out at Summer Bash. Make sure you show up. Don't be
Oh, by
absent
the
on
way,
that day.
Chris Craven, your application made it to the final round of review.
Ooh,
Interesting.
ooh.
Taylor.
Yours is in the trash.
Yeah, we got rid of yours. I mean, come on, man. We got rid of that. You ain't joining the foundation.
Taylor,
You
it's
won't
because
even
you're
show
a
up to
25
fight
year
me.
veteran.
Oh,
not a
wait, hold
20
on.
year veteran. You gotta have those couple more years of experience.
Wait till
But
10
yeah,
minutes.
Craven Rage, you definitely need a clue. I've seen your
Can we
stuff.
talk
I've
about
seen
that?
your matches. It look like a monkey fucking a football out there. You definitely need a clue.
Can we talk about that? Because I really want to show up. Atomic Titan, whoever else is in charge of TBW, get a hold of me because I really want to show up so I can whoop his ass.
Well, do you want to say anything to Mr. Painmaker? Maybe Mr. Allen could help out with that, Soldier. Would
Yeah,
you like to
yeah.
say anything to him?
Mr.
Send
Painmaker,
that.
give me a match. I will show up at TBW. Give me a match with the Nemesis Dwarf, James Taylor.
All right, so maybe Mr. Painmaker
You know
can
what?
certainly.
And
Yes, sir.
also, since James riding my coattails, I might as well ride his coattails, but I'll do it in one match. I'll beat Jay Wild. Jay Wild?
Yeah, Bray
The
Wyatt.
Prophet Jay
I'll
Wild.
beat Jay Wild in one match, and he won't even challenge me for another one.
Well, I guess.
Why don't we just make it a handicap match, me versus both you?
And speaking of the Atomic Titan,
That-
Soldier,
that'd
have
be
you
a
mentioned?
lot- that'd be a cakewalk.
Well,
30 seconds.
Speaking
30
of the
seconds.
Atomic Titan, by the way, Soldier,
Two
if you'd
moves and
like,
dropping on a second
Monday
time
night,
neck.
the Atomic Titan is here on Sportswire. I could ask him if maybe he could do
Well, can
something.
I get a
about it.
link and I'll ask him myself?
I'll certainly give you a link if you'd like to talk to Mr.
Hey,
Atomic
Yeah,
Titan.
I
He's
was
There ain't no
being on
reason.
Taylor's podcast. He
There
said
ain't no
some things
reason
about
to
if you
ask.
showed
There ain't,
up,
I'll
that
fight
if
both
you
of you
lost
one on
to
one.
me,
It don't
you
matter.
would join the
2-on-1,
foundation
3-on-1.
too.
Bring
Didn't you
your
say
little
that on
Crow brothers.
Didn't you say
Bring
that on your
whatever you
channel?
want.
Didn't you say that on your channel, James? That
What?
if I showed up and we had a match and I beat you'd join the foundation too.
I will join the foundation. I'll wear your stupid shirt. Might wipe my ass with it later. But yeah, I will definitely do that. That'd be no problem, kid. I know.
All right,
Well,
so you know
It'd
what?
be the first good shirt from a wrestling company that you're wearing. Besides this.
Well, that's why you have to tune in right after Monday Night Raw when the Atomic Titan returns to Sportswire Radio, because some of these guests tonight, I'm sure, will ask Mr. Titan about this situation. And also, I'd like to announce here coming up on Labor Day, 6 p.m. British Standard Time, I have on the legendary Dean Allmark. Dean Allmark has been a British pro wrestler since 2000. He has wrestled a who's who of people. He has been in there with WWE legends, Impact legends. He's been there with MLW guys. You name him. He has done it all, and it is a real honor to have him. You can follow him on Instagram at Dean Allmark. You can also check out some of his archives on Instagram as well at Dean_Allmark_wrestling_systems. You can also follow him on YouTube as well. Dean O, that is DEEAANN quadruple O. And you can also, again, follow him on Instagram at Dean Allmark. I want to thank Mr. Luke Leyland. Luke Leyland, obviously filmmaker, former wrestler, gave us the opportunity to speak with Mr. Allmark. And I cannot thank enough Mr. Luke Leyland for the opportunity for setting this up here. Labor Day, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. British Standard Time. Dean Allmark, Atomic Titan, right after Monday Night Raw. ACT from XCW Shelbyville, who's going to be in the main event of SummerMania 18, who's going to be challenging Corey Lee for the XCW Shelbyville title. We have him here right before he does that. And tomorrow night live, I have a feeling that this is going to really dive into kind of a whole keg of worms. Anthony Steele is back, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So speaking of shows that'll probably derail real fast, Anthony Steele, the real deal, is back on Sportswire Radio. And I'm sure, as he always does, we'll certainly have some announcements, and we'll certainly get into all that. So James Taylor's TNJ t-shirt isn't selling as fast as his 316 shirt did, but it's still nice. Bizzo for president. And wait a minute. Do we have here something that just happened? It looks like here Kraven Rage is being attacked. It looks like, wait a second. Kraven Rage, the backyard nightmare, is actually being, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is just diving in here. Did we just see what we saw here on Sportswire Radio? Kraven Rage is down for the count. And it looks to me, it's James Marshall, the reigning, defending interstate openweight champion.
He's so short, I can't
Has
see him.
just come in. Kraven Rage is finished. He is down for the count.
Wait a minute, what's that no selling?
You
What's
have
that
to be
no
the
selling?
luckiest man alive because Kraven Rage has been attacked. Last time we saw Kraven Rage, he attacked Stones. This time the tables have been turned. Ladies and gentlemen, the walls are crumbling for the all-out champion like they've never been before. Maybe he should have went to do the Thunder in Paradise reboot. Maybe he should have read the script for Mr. Manny 2. Maybe he should have tried out for Suburban Commando 2. Maybe
we should
Hollywood
have learned how to wrestle.
Maybe Hollywood would have been the place that he needs to be because Kraven Rage right now, his world is crumbling. It's in shambles, and it looks like Bizzo Blaze very well could pick up those pieces and win that WCE All-Out Championship and end the Backyard Nightmares reign of terror here. We are going to get to closing thoughts here in a second.
That was Shawn Michaels worthy selling right there, man.
Now, James Taylor, do you want to say something before I get to closing thoughts?
Holy shit, Shawn Michaels couldn't do it better.
No? Okay. So you know what, Bizzo Blaze? I'm going to give you the opportunity for the floor. Closing thoughts, anything you want to plug, share, say. It looks like you might be a lucky man right now because Kraven Rage is in big trouble right now, and he's already going to be facing that his walls are certainly crumbling. So you very well could pick up the pieces, and we may be speaking about Kraven Rage as a past tense here in this sport. So I turn it over to you. Any closing thoughts, any social media you want to plug, and the floor is yours.
Hey, man, I'm still fat, old, lazy, and out of shape. But, I mean, this guy's got so many people running through his mind. He ain't even going to be able to focus on the match at all tomorrow. It is an absolute mess. I got to stay focused myself, but I don't think I got much to worry about. Absolutely, man. WisconsinCaps.com. If you're interested in paranormal or Bigfoot or any kind of cryptids or any of that stuff, UFOs, check us out. That's what I do now. It's what I've been doing for the last 3-4 years. So WisconsinCaps.com. Check us out on YouTube, Wisconsin Caps. But otherwise, check out WCE and watch me beat Kraven.
We're going to certainly find out, that's for sure. And you can go to WC Heat on YouTube and Facebook and also WCHeat.com for more information. And we'll see what happens. And maybe we'll have you on for the fallout because I'm going to announce it here. August the 31st, we are going to see IMF, WCE, DKW, all in one setting, just hours before Worlds Collide. So we're going to do this again here in less than 2 weeks. So stay tuned for that. And Bizzo, certainly a tremendous honor to have you here. And we'll see what happens coming up here if you win the all-out title. Coach Kraven, I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to give you some closing thoughts. Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? The floor is yours, my friend. And I have a feeling we're going to see you here very quickly this weekend.
I'm appalled. I don't know what that was in that little video over there. We're just going to leave it alone. You know, we'll leave it alone for now. Just for now.
What are you talking about? That was great selling. That was Shawn Michaels worthy.
That was
Dolph Ziggler.
Shawn Michaels lost my smile selling, right?
Fix your glasses.
Right now.
Fix your glasses, soldier. Anyhow, I think you and I are watching two different things. Anywho, I don't know Bizzo Blaze, but Mr. Pastor Bizzo over there, he's, if he can get it done, let him get it done. Taylor, you got to stop coming on here stroking other people's manhoods. You got to stop stroking people's shit like that. Worry about your own boss. You got some talent and potential. Do you? Don't do everybody else. Do you?
Yeah, I'm bored. It's Friday night. I ain't out.
No. You've got enough years in this business. You don't need to bend anybody over. You can do it all on your own. Okay?
Appreciate
you. Really don't. Foundation boys, you say that application went to the final process. Give me that phone call if it goes all the way through. Because I'd love to stand across the ring I'd love to stand across the ring from this poser, this pretender, this fake imitation of a Kraven.
Which one are you talking about? You talking about him or you talking about Taylor?
I'm talking about Rage.
Okay.
Why would he be talking about?
I already told you.
The War Games.
I already told you, Chris Kraven.
The War Games match has been tweaked just a little bit.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Rage, you can't tell me nothing. You need to get some
because you're a fake knockoff version of a fucking Oopa Loompa. That's what you are.
Oopa Loompa. Do you know your belt is orange, right?
You call yourself Chris Kraven, which means you are a coward. You're a fraud. You're a coward.
I'm a coward?
Yes, you are a fraud.
Show them some.
You're not even relevant.
Okay.
You're not even relevant.
I'm gonna show you how relevant I am. Show up
because
don't miss that.
Check this out. If it wasn't for Omen coming on this show to challenge me, you wouldn't even exist.
No, stop. Get your story straight. First, it was because of you. Now it's because of Omen. But
because I was on this show all last year, but you never showed up. You never showed up till now.
Never showed up till now.
Yes.
Never showed up till now. Dude, I've been here the last 3 months. Where you been?
I've been here for the last 3 years.
Dude,
where have you been?
I think that cut in your mask is messing with your brain.
I've been here for the past 3 years. Where have you been?
We're going to certainly find out. I tell you what, we're going to certainly find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
The first step is
I'm going to break his ass in half.
Kraven Rage is going to be in the ring tomorrow against Bizzo Blaze, and we'll see him September the 2nd. And anything else, Coach, you want to say before I let James Taylor have the floor in closing thoughts?
Yeah. Omen, Soldier, get that application process. Let me know as soon as possible. I'll hit this guy with something he'll definitely sell for.
Well, we'll have to find out. Certainly, we'll see what happens with the future of Coach Kraven. I'm sure we'll see him here this weekend, possibly with Mr. Steele speaking of people making their return to Sportswire. So we'll see how that all unfolds. The Nemesis, James Taylor. Obviously, you'll have some closing thoughts, some rather interesting thoughts as you always do, and you get a chance to plug your social media, anything else you're working on, and obviously that merchandise that you want to plug, go do it. The floor is yours. Fire away, my friend.
It's all right for everybody to be fans of the new shirt. It's okay. They can use it for however they want. And I know these IMF guys love their shirt, and they want me to wear it so bad. You know why y'all want me to wear it so bad? You're going to come to TBW. You think you're going to beat me. Hey, you know what? It don't matter win, lose, or draw, because when the match is over, you'll respect me, kid. And that's all right, though. It's flattering. Now, Kraven Rage, not Chris Kraven. Chris Kraven, right, all due respect to you. All good. Good luck in that match, whatever you're going to be going in. But Kraven Rage, I really honestly got on here to try and help you out, man. I'm trying to help you out, but maybe it's not for me. Yeah, the veteran over here, Chris Kraven, he's right. I got other things to worry about than this, but it's just I can't help myself. I see these punks over here getting on. This is my show. The fuck it is. This is my show. All right.
That's whose show is it?
This is my show. So I'll get on here. And talk and say whatever.
Maybe we should have
whatever I want.
Maybe we should have on Sportswire somebody having 49%, right? To kind of deviate the percentages.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why you got that old man running around 49%. You know, it's a shame. I actually wanted to come on here and meet him for a quick second. I ain't never actually got to meet Mr. Striker.
Well, we're gonna
because
see
I wanted
him.
to
I
ask
think
him.
on the 31st, we're gonna see him, I believe, here.
There you go. I wanted to ask him a personal question, and you guys might know better than I do, but whatever happened to that guy he recruited? Something Cannon or whatever? I remember they were like,
Oh, your biggest fan.
They were like that. You know, y'all got that on him. Y'all should bring that up. That might shut him up. But
And there you go.
anyways, now that I was getting interrupted, see my phone blowing up. Anyways, Kraven Rage. Oh, good luck to you. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Taft Taylor on YouTube, over 40, almost 41,000 subscribers. Taft_Taylor on Instagram and TikTok, 35,000 plus on TikTok. Also, Instagram, well over 500. Join the movement. Join the Nemesis James Taylor on his ride. We're also going to see him as a part of New South Pro Wrestling later this year. So, as always, good to see you, Mr. Taylor, and I'm sure I'll see you very soon, maybe even with the Atomic Titan, or maybe even Mr. Steel tomorrow. But Omen and Soldier, it's your show, as you say, so I'm going to give you some closing thoughts. Anything else you'd like to plug, share, or say? And the floor is yours, gentlemen.
Spit it out.
The floor is yours, gentlemen.
So, I don't know if anyone heard, but that Summer Bash War Games match has been tweaked just a hair. Instead of 5 versus 5, we're having 6 versus 6. Because you know what? There's just too much good of a potential to limit to 5 versus 5. Now,
I'm curious.
As for Kraven Rage, like I said last night on Sportswire, me and you will face off next year at some point. Now, September 2nd, though, I've always got tricks up my sleeves. I've always got the art of sneaking up on my prey. So keep the eyes in the back of your head wide open. And James, I don't know why you're laughing. Say it's your show, but yet you only came on the show because of what? Oh, IMF and Omen Black.
I always gotta be a little bit ahead of you. You know, it's kind of like Goku and Vegeta. You know how Goku.
I have to be honest. I have to say this. I think at this point, I feel like my life is not complete on Sportswire unless Omen Black, Soldier GP, and James Taylor are on the show. At this point, life would be complete.
If I got recruited. If I got recruited into IMF, the new management, the new leader would be the Nemesis James Taylor, but that's just me.
How would that be, though? How would that be?
I mean, clearly, I've got the expertise. I got the leadership skills. I've got. I could talk all the trash. I could sell the company. I could sell the foundation. I could make the foundation harder than it's ever been. But as long as these two jerk-offs keep thinking that they're the cream of the crop.
Let's get them to their closing thoughts. So, Omen and Soldier, I'm going to tune it back to you because it's actually your closing thoughts. So, anything you guys want to say?
James, just talk to your company, man. I'll travel.
I will travel
to Lafayette, Tennessee, to beat your ass. I don't care.
Just cross that state line. You cross that state line, your ass belongs to me. How about that?
I'll cross it tomorrow if you want me to.
Like
I said, I want to fight you. I've been waiting for you to fight. You've been ducking me since March.
I ain't been ducking nothing.
Man, this whole calling it WCE and IMF, was it Worlds Collide? Whoever came up with that stupid fucking name, it should be called The Takeover, because IMF is taking over WCE on September 2nd.
Well, we very well could be seeing maybe a changing of the guard. I'm not sure. But I'd like people to follow IMF on YouTube at IMF Wrestling 666. They're closing in on 1,500 subscribers. They'll have it very soon. They're also on Instagram as well at IMF_Wrestling, also Facebook as well. Support them. The guys always do a lot of great stuff out there. They put on great storylines, great matches. They really do a lot, I think, for the state of Iowa and putting wrestling on the map. So I'd like people to support them. So please support them. Give them a sub. Give them a follow. And we always thank the guys for coming on here to Sportswire Radio. Kraven Rage, let's see if you can compose yourself after another beatdown here tonight on Sportswire Radio. I turn it over to you. I give you some closing thoughts. Anything else you want to plug, share, or say? These are your last words before tomorrow night, so make them count and fire away.
James Marshall, you go pay for that. That's for sure. Bizzo, I'll definitely see you tomorrow. IMF, I see y'all boys September 2nd. And hopefully,
Yeah, is that a challenge?
James Taylor, I would love that dream match to happen because I love to face people that relevant, that truly matter, not like some people, pretenders.
Okay, interesting comments there. I'd like
You
people
won't be
to
saying
follow
that September
wrestling.
2nd.
I'd like people
The
to
moment I
follow.
see you, that
Oh,
locker room's
he's
gonna be
talking
mine.
about me, Foundation. He'll find out at Summer Bash.
Well,
find
that's
out
why
exactly how
you want
relevant
to
I
follow
really am.
IMF and DKW. Summer Bash takes place July 5th to 7th.
On another note,
Yes.
Blaze, you said the paranormal. That's what you be doing. You should get a hold of me.
man.
I do that type of stuff. So get a hold of me.
Well, we'll talk off the air here in a second, so we'll definitely make sure we'll plug that here. But please follow, obviously, IMF, DKW, and WCE. Certainly, WCE, IMF, and DKW are going to see each other September the 2nd. Worlds collide. DKW, Dark Cryptic Wrestling. IMF, IMF Wrestling 666. Also, YouTube at WCE Heat for Wrestling Championship Entertainment. Sean Jovi wants to say there are too many Cravens on here. Adonis Felios wants to say Kraven just got owned by the Unhinged one. He also thanks me for the show tonight. Now, we thank everybody here on the panel, also everybody here that's watching. Also, Sean Jovi says, what the hell is going on tonight? He also says he wants to wipe his ass with the foundation shirt, but he might be a part of the foundation in 2 weeks, so we're going to have to find out. And, gentlemen, I'm obviously looking forward to your matches coming up. I'm looking forward to doing this again with most of you guys here on August the 31st. We'll be here sometime in the evening. We'll have an announcement closer to the date. And I thank you guys. I wish the WC people good luck. Mr. Taylor, hopefully we'll see some more announcements of you in the ring. And I'm sure when Mr. Titan comes on Monday night, I'll ask him about Soldier GP and James Taylor and TBW, and maybe even we'll see each other then. So, gentlemen, thank you as always.
I'm begging you, please let it happen. Please.
I'm going to ask it, and I'll let you guys on the show. I'll let you on.
Oh,
Can I make a comment before you leave? You see this Kraven Rage? Do you see this is when you got people, they don't care about titles. They want to face somebody of my caliber. People want to face. I hate to
do with your
admit it.
caliber.
I hate
It's
to
the
admit
fact
it.
I just want to shut you
No,
up.
let me finish,
That's
you
all.
bastard.
I just want to shut you up.
I hate
That's
to admit it, but that's why people want to face guys like these bozos, the IMF guys, the faces of IMF. Not trying to plug them, but yeah, go follow IMF 666. So, I mean, it's because
age though.
they know how to sell themselves. I know how to sell myself. Look, I barely know
you're a bunch
Chris
of
Train's over
prostitutes,
here,
right?
but I know he's got some relevancy, and I want to kick his ass too, just like he wants to kick anybody else's ass. So that's what you need to live up to, Kraven Rage. But there you go.
Okay, certainly fair enough. Obviously, we'll get a chance to do this
Definitely
again.
has a point.
We're going to certainly find out. Bizzo, I wish you a lot of luck tomorrow. Obviously, the locker room, I'm sure we'll have a thought or two on that. Kraven, good luck as well. And the rest of you guys, I'll probably see you a few times over the weekend, especially with Mr. Titan. And good night. And hope you guys enjoy the weekend. I hope to see you guys on Omen and James Taylor's show very soon.
hold on.
Yes, sir. Yes, Omen, sure. Talk to me.
You better fix that, Tom, or I'll fire you right now.
Well, I'll get back to you on that. Maybe James Taylor's 49.
And by the way,
yes,
IMF Mayhem Live will be November 4th here in Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Fantastic. I hope that we get a front row seat to cover it. I hope that we get to talk about some of these matches, and maybe we'll have a front row seat for that, certainly live here on Sportswire. So very excited about that. More news
Maybe
ahead.
James Taylor can show up.
And also, congratulations, guys, on the LLC officially. You guys are obviously on your way to bigger and better things. So I want to make sure that we do that. Also, Darkfire's match that he had in IMF, I think, has crossed 1,000 views. So congratulations to you guys on that. And also, one more thing, September 2nd, Matthew Forsaken and Darkfire is going to be at Worlds Collide as well. I wanted to book that match. So obviously,
It's TakeOver.
It's IMF Takeover.
technically, it's Worlds Collide.
IMF Takeover.
Well, you know what? We'll certainly let the
You're
DKW
not
guys.
on your game
today, man.
Not on your game tonight.
I know.
Show, not
I gotta, to be fair,
Stone Cold show.
to be fair, I'm basically pinch hitting because I actually have had a stomach virus the whole day. I think somebody, when I was in Brooklyn 2 days ago, fed me bad pizza. So I've been
Hey, I do want to say hi, Anastasia.
Yes, she is out there, and she had, I believe, some problems with her phone being locked out. So we want to say hello to her as well. So make sure she's doing well. So thank you, Soldier, for reminding me. But if you're on sportnarium.com/player, you're going to go back to your regularly scheduled programming. If you're on YouTube and Twitter, I thank you for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow night with Anthony Steele. Monday, ACT and Atomic Titan. Also Tuesday, Brandon Costelli. And very honored Labor Day, the legendary Dean Allmark. He is a pro's pro in the British UK scene. He is not as good as you're ever going to get with that. So thank you, everybody. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. We were joined by Chris Kraven, Coach Kraven, James Taylor, the Nemesis, Omen Black and Soldier GP at the Foundation, Bizzo Blaze, also Wisconsin Caps on YouTube, wisconsincaps.com, and the reigning defending WC All-Out champion, the Kraven Rage, the Backyard Nightmare. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, on the number one global radio station that is Sports